And above him, he saw Musa alayhi salam on the 6th. And above him, he saw Ibrahim alayhi salam on the 7th. And Ibrahim alayhi salam has the highest status. And why does he have the highest status? Well, he has the highest status because he has done the most sacrifice. But on one of the lowest levels, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw Adam alayhi salam. Now Adam alayhi salam is the first, but he's not necessarily the highest of all the prophets. There are many progeny sons of him that are higher than him in status and his rank in the next world. And it's quite clear. You could be a father today. What we learn from this is, you could be a father today. Your son could go ahead of you. Your grandson could go ahead of you. Your grandchildren could go way ahead of you in terms of the rank in front of Allah Azza wa Jalla. And that's what the Mi'raj also shows us. That Adam is in a low rank, but his sons are much higher than him in rank. And the highest, of course, is Ibrahim alayhi salam, because he's done most of the sacrifice. Now, Adam alayhi salam, one of the other things in Hadith, he says that when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw him in the Mi'raj, he saw him sitting down, and when he looks to his right, he smiles, and when he looks to his left, he cries. And then he said to Jibreel, "Oh Jibreel, what is this?" And this is from a Sahih Hadith. And he said, well, when Adam alayhi salam is looking towards his right, he's seeing all the children of his. There are many children on the right side and many children on the left side. And when he looks at the right side, he sees the children that are going to go to Jannah, so he smiles. And when he sees the left side, there are children that are going to go to Jahannam. These are all his children that are going to go to Jahannam. So he's sad and he cries over that. Nevertheless, that is all we can say from the authentic sources about Idris alayhi salam. There are obviously things from Idris alayhi salam that have been mentioned for some of his statements. Okay, now these are not from ahadith; these are from the scriptures of the past, of some of the things that we've managed to inherit from the teachings of the Torah and so on. So what do we have from there? Well, one of the statements is that you could never thank Allah. You would never thank Allah. This is from Idris alayhi salam. For the gifts that Allah has given you, the way He has given you, the amount He's given you, and you're able to actually thank Him for that, you can never reach that status. So this is something for us to think about. That Allah Azza wa Jalla, what He's given us, Allahu Akbar. You cannot thank Him, and I can't thank Him enough. One of the other ones is that when you actually call to God, then make sure that your intention is pure. Some people, they call to God, their intention is not pure. They're calling because it's for themselves. Yes, we all call for ourselves, I know that. You wouldn't make dua to Allah if you didn't need anything for yourself. But what it is that you're supposed to call Allah because in the end and the midst of all of that, you have love for Allah Azza wa Jal. And you want to do it because He is your creator and you've got that connection with Him. Hayatun nafsi fil hikmah. The life of a soul is in wisdom. The life of a soul is in wisdom. If you want to have a good life, then you start thinking. And one of the things they say is that you think before you speak. You measure things before you actually do things. So you make a good plan before you actually, go out and start acting out your plan. One of the things he said is حُبُّ الدُّنْيَا وَحُبُّ الْآخِرَةِ لَا يَجْتَمِعَانِ abadan. He said the love of the world, the true love of this world, and the true love of the next world, they cannot ever mix together. You can't have a real love of this world and a real love of the next world. You can't do that. You can have a real love of the next world. You're in this world, you're working for this world, you're earning for this world, you are part of this world, but you don't really love this world. But love of the world is something different, because love of the world is actually a disease. Earning for this world, earning your livelihood is a sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ.